What's up, Carnival Spirits? It's TJ, and I'm back on YouTube today with a very special edition of our live video casts. We're talking about the Juggalo March that just went down this last weekend in Washington, D.C. I was in attendance. And I'm joined right now with ComaBlack, who is also in attendance. What up, dude?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Thanks for coming to the march. That was a complete surprise. I saw a message from Shanzi, and this was just, it was, I don't even know when it was. It was like late Friday night or what, but I did not think you were going, so that was really cool to see you out there.
I didn't know I was going.
So what happened?
You know, things just fell into place. You know, like ride came through, and a friend wanted to go, and money was looking right. You know, everything just fell into place to go.
Hell yeah, yeah. Same over here. I mean, I knew I was going at least a month ahead, but you know, we've known about this for what, a year and a half. So
yeah.
At first, when they had that seminar at the gathering last year, I was there and I was watching, listening, and when they dropped that bomb on us, you know, when they dropped that info, the whole tent, you know, that whole seminar exploded with excitement, and I just immediately started looking around at my homies, and you know, I could see CPN sitting in the middle of the crowd, and I just saw him like sitting up and clap. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, people are getting fired up. Like, is this really happening? Is this real life? Are Juggalos really gonna march on Washington? And
well, they said this at the gathering prior to that. They said, you know, if the FBI doesn't take us off the list, then we're going to march on Washington. They said that, like, I believe 2 years ago.
You had a seminar it just came gathering?
Yeah, at the gathering seminar. Not, of course, not this year, not last year, but the year before in Thornville.
Okay.
They've said it twice.
Okay.
This time, the time you're talking about, they actually had the plans and everything. Yeah. Like, it was a go.
Yeah, you know what? You know, Juggalo's got goldfish memories. You know, we smoked our brain cells away, like, so we don't remember shit from 3 gatherings ago. Get out of here.
Hey.
But you know, they also fucked up too, because they had those big boards they were going to turn around, and you know, they accidentally showed like a map of Washington, D.C. before the announcement, and they were like, whoa, 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 turn that, you know. So it was like you fucked up, but it was still kind of confusing what it was all about, you know, until they actually told us. But yeah, the march was amazing. As if you guys needed me to tell you that. You saw the live streams. You've been watching the reviews, the articles, the reporting, just like media outlet after media outlet. Everybody in their fucking mama's reporter covered this shit. And I'm currently collecting links for all the coverage, and I plan on doing a live stream this week, probably, where I'm going to cover the coverage. I'm going to read all the articles, and I'm going to rate them for accuracy. And I'm going to go through all the reports of this march, and with a fine-tooth comb, looking for fraudulent statements and exaggerated claims. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I've seen so far has been nothing but glowing reports. But you know, until you actually read the body of each article. You don't know what they're saying about us, you know. And I don't expect it to be malicious, but you know, they can get things wrong, or they could misquote someone, or they could have interviewed someone who had his head up his ass, you know, and was misrepresenting. But we don't know. Honestly, from the photography I've seen, just like the droves of pictures, all the juggalos that have been sharing their pictures, because even though I was there, I didn't see everybody. That's how many fucking people were there. You guys realize that there were so many juggalos at this march that I didn't even get to see all of my friends that were there? It was like a fucking gathering. Like, it was nuts.
Pretty much.
It was like a mini gathering,
twice.
was it not?
Yeah. I only saw you twice the whole thing, I believe.
Well, we were standing near each other during ICP's set too.
Yeah, yeah. That was one of the times.
That's right. That's right. And let me tell you something. You looked cracked out when I saw you the first time, standing there with your Violent Ed mask. You know, just like you look like you smoked a fucking pound before you came to the march, man. Your eyes were so zooted. No, I'm just kidding, bro.
I was gonna say, man, I'm a big Just Say No kid, so that's a total lie.
All right. I'm fucking clowning on Coma. Let's tell everybody what we're talking about here, okay? Look. I got pictures of a lot of people, and so as soon as I saw Coma, I was like, "Let me get your picture real quick," you know, because I just want to add it to the Juggalo collage, you know, for the Instagram. And so I get my picture, and then when I get back, you know, and I'm editing or I'm collecting all my pictures, finding all the good ones, I only got one picture of you, all right?
Mm. And
your eyes were closed. They were shut. So I was like, God damn it. God damn it. It's the only picture I have of ComaBlack, and his eyes are closed. So I was like, I got this. I got this. And it was a no-brainer. I just did a quick Google search of Pennywise from It, and I took that poster and I superimposed the fucking scary clown from Stephen King's It, and I put his eyes on your face, and I turned you into a wicked, like, evil, demonic, peaceful, non-gangster juggalo.
Oh my gosh. And you had me going too. I was like, man, did I really look that bad? Like, I was seriously.
You thought that those menacing, like, flat, like like,
hey, at that point I'd been up for about 24 hours already, and I knew I didn't feel good, so I was like, wow, you know, did I really look that horrible? And then I spent the whole time after I saw that picture trying to mimic that face and make that face again, because I was like, man, I must look hideous.
I know you didn't like it, man, but I thought I made you look good, like, you know, evil, kind of. Maybe that's not the look you were going for, but
hey, it was funny afterwards. Once I realized, okay, I really don't look like that. All right, I get the joke. Cool, man.
All right, look, it was either that or I was going to give you, like, glowing green, like, eyes, like circles, you know, orbs, which is what I do to the CarnivalSpirits gnome. You know, I just give them, you know. I probably should have gone that route, but it would have been, like, super obvious that it was edited. This one, I actually tried to make it look like your eyes were open. I just happened to use the scariest eyes that are out there right now. Everybody's talking about that movie, and so.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I'm a graphic designer, so I can put some of my own eyes on there if I really want to change it. But hey, I like the way you got it, man. That was funny.
Well, good, because I'm not taking that off Instagram. But if you want, I'll send you the original, and you can do your edit. You know?
That's all right, man. It's part of the times, you know. It's a memory now.
Absolutely. All right, so we got some more marchers with us. We got SistaHatchet and MissJynx. What's going on, ladies?
Just trying to get back to the fucking grind to get my brain out of March mode and back.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, I hear you. Jinx, you just got out of work too?
Hold on a second.
All right. Everybody in the chat, hold on. Yeah, I was back at work today, and I mean, even though we got back Sunday night in Massachusetts, so I had all day yesterday to recuperate. Yesterday went by like that, and I didn't feel recuperated at all. When I went to work today, I felt like I was at the march like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm still there mentally. You know, that it was very much like a it was very much like a gathering in the sense that I didn't want to leave. You know, I was really sad it ended. It was just too short, you know. But then again, you know, after the march, we were all partying in the hotel, and we were partying in the hotel on Friday night before the march. So I actually didn't get much sleep at all. You know, I probably felt like you looked, Coma. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there is a picture of me, a nice close-up that somebody took. I think it's somebody from Juggalo News. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't know. The look on my face, that's the look of, you know, when somebody gets up in my grill with a camera and wants to take my picture without giving me any advance notice, and I'm just exhausted standing in the sun, you know, sweating. So it's a really good look. But I also, you know, was told that Fox 5 Live was live streaming the march, and somebody said they saw me on there. So I asked them to send me a link, but I actually know what the link for that video is, and I just started scrubbing through it, and I swear, right around the 24-minute mark, I found myself, believe it or not, without watching the whole thing. I just happened to find myself, and I saw you too, SistaHatchet.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I've only seen a couple of pictures and one video that I was in. I actually was feeling pretty fucking good at the fact that I wasn't showing up anywhere in the media. And
Yeah, not
really
yet.
cool with that, like, you know, because I wasn't. I don't know. Anyways, carry on.
Well, we met up during that march, you know, and it's funny because Fox 5 Live, you know, showed you walking, and then you see me basically like walking fast to catch up with you. So it was like right before we met up.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I remember that moment. I had one of the signs I made on me, the one that said "Make America Whoop Whoop Again," and I actually remember I wasn't even holding it up, but then I noticed, oh, there's some cameras in front of me. Maybe I should hold this fucker up. So I hold it up, and then I walk by, and sure enough, that was Fox.
Word. You'll have to send me the link because I don't know.
Oh, I will.
Which one you're talking about?
I will send it to you. It's a long video because they were live streaming 2 different marches or 2 different rallies, and so they were going back and forth from the Juggalo march to the I don't know, the teeny weeny itsy bitsy mother of all you know, small particle specks of a march.
Hey. Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, I see how it is. Maximum Overload and CPN are still returning from the march. I keep forgetting how far away those guys were. Holy shitballs. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
our
crazy.
ride was only about 10 hours. I don't know. ComaBlack, how long was your ride to the march? Had to be short.
It was 9.5, but with the stops, it was like more like 10.5, I guess. Like I'm in Kentucky, so Louisville, Kentucky, where Shanzi is. So,
oh, so you're
bad.
saying that really you made it happen, and Shanzi has no excuse. I hear
Pretty
Damn.
much. Pretty much.
I like to pick on Shanzi because he's kind of like he's still the freshman of the group, you know. All right, now we got MrMakanhoes. What up?
What up?
Thanks for joining us. Another marcher, another Juggalo ninja in action, and you know we haven't even scratched the surface as far as talking about this march. But really, we were just kind of easing our way into it. You know,
Right.
I'll reiterate the fact that I am trying to collect all the videos, all the reports, all the articles, just all the media coverage of this march. I'm trying to pull it all together so I can do one video where I cover the coverage. So I'm going to put this out there to y'all, y'all in the hangout, y'all in the chat. If you guys have come across any footage, any pictures, any articles, or anything from this march, and you want to submit it to CarnivalSpirits, you know how to find us on social media. Send it our way. I'll give you credit for hooking it up. You know?
Yeah, anything I've been finding people in, I've been fucking shooting to them.
Right. But I'm not talking about if you see me or whatever. I just want all the coverage of the march in general. Because I'm looking to do a dragnet and get them all. You know, like Pokemon balls.
Right. I saw a funny one that was from somebody that doesn't have any Juggalo ties on their Twitter, and it's as we're marching past box that's playing Juggalo Family from Lotus, and ABK's part starts to play, you know, the Until Eternity. And everybody in that little area completely stopped singing and like didn't sing ABK's part. And then a couple seconds later, you hear a guy further back, "Boo! Quit playing the less superior ABK."
Poor ABK.
I was fucking dying. I was like, "Oh god, that's hilarious."
He's like that one like retarded petal on the flower, you know, the one that just doesn't like sit right with the rest.
He's drooping down a little worse than the other ones. He's like, they're all up here and he's just down here. Yeah, I just use my dinner as a example. No doubt.
But yeah, I mean, YouTubers and juggalos that have their own footage, that's something else. Like I'm not going to be reviewing, you know, everybody's footage. What I'm talking about is the media. Okay.
Right.
So, I mean, if you guys see footage out there from other juggalos and you recognize some of us, yeah, send that our way, of course. But what I'm talking about is the media, because let's face it, before this march took place, we were all kind of wondering, you know, is this going to work? What is it actually going to do? Is it worth it? What's the point? Oh, I don't know. I got a bad feeling. There's other, you know, organizations that are there that are, I don't know, ruffling their peacock feathers and intimidating or trying to be, you know, shady and like, yeah, come on, let's join marches. Come on, like join our march. We'll join your like fuck out of here with that.
Fuck out of here if you ain't down with the march. Yo, I was looking for those headphones. I finally found them like 2 weeks later.
Oh, sweet.
So here I am.
MissJynx in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just tell you how awesome it was to finally meet MissJynx in person. You know, last year at the gathering, I got to meet MrMakanhoes, and I got to meet ComaBlack, and, you know, SistaHatchet. You know, you and me are from the same neck of the woods, so I've seen you at shows, but only, like, from a distance. Like, you're that creepy, wicked nun that I don't know if I should talk to, but, you know.
I only a quarter met you at the gathering because I didn't even realize it was you.
Yeah, true that. I mean, but still, it's official. We met. I mean, I bombed your when CPN was filming with you on that little hillside, on that little hill knoll. I jumped around the back and I was like, "Yo, fuck this guy."
Oh, I didn't. I tried to look, but I didn't even see you.
Yeah, I know. I was out like a ninja.
Man, yeah, no, that was pretty dope. I'm certainly glad I got to meet everybody. Even though I pretty much just stared at Coma and thought, is that Coma? I'm not going to say anything. Is it? It's not. I'm not going to say anything. It
was your eyes, dude. Your eyes.
Oh,
I seen Coma on the Fox 5 coverage.
Yeah, see, I haven't had time to watch that whole thing, but I found myself, so I took some screenshots and, you know, because I was on the news.
I kind of skipped through it, but I didn't, like, really watch the whole thing. I just skipped around.
It was cool. It was cool. There was a lot of articles. There were a lot of reporters there, and it seemed like they were shooting fish in a barrel, you know, looking for people to talk to. Juggalos were everywhere, and everyone was pretty much down to chat. And what did I saw somebody, I don't know, it must have been a reporter on Twitter, said that this was the only time he's ever been at a political rally where he said he was a reporter, and then people
were trying to hug him.
Yeah.
So cute.
I know that. I seen the dude that he was talking about. I seen the dude that he was talking about in the picture, and he was literally walking through the crowd, hugging everybody.
That's so sweet. Damn it.
Really out of nowhere, like not even giving him a warning, just like walking up and hugging him, and he's like, "Hug," as he does it.
Well,
and then he just bounces.
You know, you talk about making a good impression and like how we're so scared that someone's gonna come and fuck it up for us, make us look bad. Just think if that reporter had met Flip Flop the Clown, that tweet would have gone in a whole different direction. It'd be like, I've never tried to, you know, interview someone at a political rally and then have them try to suck my toes.
That guy.
Well.
So anyways, let's start at the beginning, okay? Most of us rendezvoused at the hotel on Friday night, and you know, I walk into the room and it's like I barged in on a fucking orgy, except it wasn't an orgy. It was MrMakanhoes and the Vice camera crew, like about to do an interview with homeboy. What's his name again?
Mitchell Sutherland. He was the guy that did the speech. He did a speech.
Man, he's everything.
Yeah,
that's why he was all tuckered out and sleeping on the lawn. I got a picture of him passed out.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I wish that one of those ninjets that do like the, you know, passed out juggalos would come over and like put their ass in his face, but I couldn't see them. I don't think they showed up.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a part of that crew, so I didn't know if it was like kosher to ask Crazy McCormick's lady to come and, you know, help me out.
Right. Welcome in, Mitchell.
Yeah, so, but yeah, so I walk in the room, and actually it was just the perfect timing. It was perfect timing for me to sign the release form and hang out. And the only thing is, after it was all over, I didn't realize you two had microphones on you. I didn't know that. You know, you start taking your mics off, and I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm just that guy standing in the background with no microphone that's just, like, basically trolling your interview.
No, I think they would have said it wasn't good. I think they actually talked about that because while you and Mitchell were talking before we even started, he said something like, "Do we need to mic him?" And the other guy with the other guy that had the camera closer to the window was like, "No, he's picking up on his mic really good."
Well, there's two things. One, my voice projects, and two, he did have one of those microphones with the big fuzzy sock on it, so that whole room was on air. Yeah.
I know all about what you want to know all about.
I've seen plenty of low budget movies where that fucking fuzzy thing is dangling right below the camera line. You know what I mean? It's like hitting you in the forehead when
Get
you're
that
trying
shit out of the frame.
But yeah, the Vice crew are really cool. I mean, they were really friendly, and for non-juggalos, and I know it's their job, but they were really understanding. They were really open to hearing us out, or I should say, you guys. They didn't really want to know shit about me, and I was cool with that. But it's not to say I didn't talk to reporters. I actually spoke to a number of reporters out at the National Mall. And and SistaHatchet and I, we talked to a film crew that I don't know who they work for, but let's just say you're probably going to be seeing us on Netflix next year. I don't know what the fuck what the actual show is, but they said it was for Netflix.
I remember the people. I know the people you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a documentary about juggalos, actually.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
That Netflix exclusive.
I still haven't watched that Rich Hill documentary that apparently is about some juggalos in Detroit.
No. It's not what you think it is.
I don't know what it is. All I know is I saw a Big Irish comment about it. He was like, "Oh man, you should check it out. It's really heartwarming." Anytime Big Irish Juggalo starts to feel emotional and he, you know what I mean, and recommends something, I take note. I'm like, all right, if I want to jerk some tears, maybe I'll watch that. So, but I haven't been in that mind frame, so I haven't really.
It's not really about juggalos. There's one kid in it that's a juggalo, and it's about like a small town in I think it's like Missouri or something.
Oh, wow.
It's just like.
I knew that.
It's just really shitty.
But the images when you click on that.
Yeah, no, the kids with the face paint and shit. Yeah,
it shows them all painted up. So I mean,
for Halloween.
But I didn't actually assume that it was all about juggalos. I just figured, there's some juggalos in this documentary, and they got
really sad. It is really sad.
I don't
cry it out.
I kind of don't like watching sad shit. Like if I watch a movie and it's really sad, sometimes I feel, why did I watch that? Even though I love watching movies, I'll watch any movie. But there's a few movies I just refuse to watch a second time. One of them is Ladder 49 with Joaquin Phoenix, that firefighter movie where they all burn to death. That's fucking sad, man. Another one is what the fuck is it called?
That one's for you, Static.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god.
What you got?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
He was just flicking the camera off, I figured.
Oh, geez.
Jesus.
Sorry. It's like not moving back. God.
No, I was flipping off Static. He said I look like some rapper. I don't know who he's talking about, but he's obviously a Juggalo rapper. So fuck him.
You look like a few Juggalo rappers. You guys all look the same to
me. No.
That's why I quit rapping.
Oh.
Yeah, looking like every other rapper is one thing. Sounding like every other rapper is a whole nother thing. You know.
That's true.
I'm glad I have that girly high pitched voice.
Dude, that might work for you in today's day and age. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I can do my own auto tune.
You can change it to MrMakanhoes, and it'll be BOIS, boys. No, all right. In case anyone was hinging on my every word and wants to know what movie I will never watch again, it's Requiem for a Dream. You know, it's all about heroin and it's and nightmares and fuck that shit. But yeah, Friday night was the shit, and I remember after all that Vice interview bullshit, we came down into the lobby, met up with Crazy McCormick, met up with CPN, and we met up with the Fishburg crew, Guy Ghetto Freak Show, and his family, his brother, Cyrax, and Ben, and everybody, Jill, Little Lotus,
Maximum Overlord.
Oh yeah, sorry, not to forget about Ride. All cool motherfuckers, and needless to say, we all kicked it like donkeys. It was a party, and
that shit was so fun.
It really was. It really was. I didn't get much sleep.
Everybody just live streaming.
Maybe I should apologize because I'm pretty sure I told at least the CarnivalSpirits subscribers I would be doing live streams, and I didn't. I did one live stream when I first approached the march, and my phone was running out of battery power, and it's really tough. It's hard out there keeping your phone alive when you're live streaming because that shit takes up a lot of battery and it drains quick.
Yeah, I was bad and I barely even recorded much. I mean, I got but I got all a jump studies thing, but I'm sure everybody's seen that by now, so.
I gotta say, like, I met so many juggalos and so many amazing people. But my favorite one of all is Lotus, and that little girl can spot me out of a crowd, apparently.
All right, see you.
But yeah, I'm so glad I met all of you.
All right, that was
Lotus was hilarious. Did you see her punch that drunk chick in the face, in the nose?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, okay. Remember after the march, we were all kicking it in that little middle area, and everybody was drinking, and that guy and that drunk girl came out, and she set her water on top of the trash can, and then she knocked it over, and Lotus ran over there to play in the water, and the girl got down there and was talking to her, and Lotus was just like, bink, and punched her right in her fucking nose.
Oh, I missed that. I saw the drunk chick drop her water, and then I remember her Lotus going over and playing in it, but then I turned away, so I missed that.
A few minutes later the drunk girl seen her and turned around and was like, what are you doing? And she kind of squatted down, and they were talking for a second, and then out of nowhere Lotus was just like, dink. I was like, fuck.
Oh man.
Did you guys explain that Lotus is 5 years old?
Yeah.
She's not even 5. She's not even 5, man.
She's adorable.
Yeah, what a little spitfire. And her and I are fucking tight like a girdle. I'm telling you. I cannot wait to see her in Worcester.
SistaHatchet Brooklyn Menace says Blase Rose posed a picture with you.
I know there were and with Blase and I both in it.
I guess what I'm telling you is that Blase Rose has posted a picture with you.
We're standing there together because her and I are from we got the same home state, and you know, she reached out to me back with the if we were a gang cipher, and show some love. And it was just as the march started, and so I was standing up on like one of the side walls of the stairs and just kind of watching over the whole crowd and just allowing that overwhelming energy to just through. And a couple of people recognized her and stopped and were asking for pictures. So of course, I mean, I'm standing right there beside her, so I'm sure I ended up in a couple of them.
Right on.
You know,
there is
everything is kind of a blur, but there's distinct things that stick out in my mind. I don't know if I actually posed for a picture just with her, or if it,
well,
you know,
you may not have been posing, but you know, you're there in your habit, and
I was there. I was there in my habit.
Exactly. There is a picture of when ICP is doing their speech, and this guy is standing to the right of the reflector pool, so you can see the water and the crowd and Jay, and Blase is sitting on her knees facing the opposite direction. She's facing the water, right behind the crowd. And there's some ninja, like, you know, basically you know, kicking it, you know, but it's almost like she's meditating or having some sort of like moment, you know, like I don't know what to make of the picture. I don't know how to read the picture, but it is a strange picture. Like,
yeah, it is.
If you guys seen
it, so you'll have to show it to me.
Oh, I will. I mean, there's going to be some. I'll say this again for anyone that didn't catch it the first time. I'm going to be doing a video soon where I cover the coverage, and I'm gonna read all the articles, and I'm gonna, you know, basically review them and decide, you know, how accurate they were and how fair they were. And I also want to do a video where we just click through the photos. You know, we'll look at all the usual suspects, you know, photo albums, and we can, you know, kind of like a, you know, Science Mystery Theater 3000 type deal where we can, you know, just laugh at the pictures and point out our friends and we, you know, whatever. So I just never want to forget this moment ever, you know. And
hell yeah.
As much as I did my best, I did a little bit of live streaming, I did a lot of filming, and I got a lot of pictures. I took like, you know, probably like 70 photos and shared like over 50 of them because, you know, some photos come out shitty or blurry or you got some duplicates, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I didn't get enough, but it's because it all just happened in the blink of an eye. It was just a one-day event. You know, with that many juggalos all together, I'm used to like a 3-4 day thing. So I felt like we just got started.
Right.
Right.
It was a teaser for sure.
So Saturday night was a really good time. The Vice reporters, they liked us so much, they came back. They wanted to film us partying, but we were all lounging. We're all like, I don't know, we're adult juggalos. Like, I don't know if you're going to see what you want to see here, but.
Right. I know. I was thinking, what do they want us to do?
Like, are they expecting us to do keg stands and friggin' like Jello shots or
fuck this Holiday Inn?
Or what do you call it when you like you take shots off of cleavage and stuff? I don't know what they were expecting, but
body
we were just
shots.
Body shots. Yeah, Como, how do you know what body shots are?
Hey, I used to be a party boy.
What do you mean used to be?
Man, I'm too old.
You are not
too old.
Get out of here. Get out of here. You are not a day over. You are not a day over 20. How old are you?
I was waiting for this to come around. I'm 32.
Oh, you are not old, man.
That is old enough. I feel like an old man.
You look, all right, you're in your dirty 30s, but let me tell you something, man. You're on the right side of 30, okay?
Yeah, so, no shit.
You are on...
Black
no, man,
crack.
I thought, like, I don't like to swear around you because I thought you were underage. I thought I need to watch my language around ComaBlack.
Yeah, right. Don't blow smoke at him.
Well, I don't know where MrMakanhoes went, but his leaning tower of laundry is on full display as usual. That thing has the same clothes in it that I noticed from like 2 weeks ago. I don't think that's a laundry basket. I think that's just where clothes go to die. You know, elephant graveyard of grody shirts, crusty drawers. Oh, sweet. Everybody in the chat's telling us how old they are. Retro Gaming is 35. Scottish Misfit is 40. Static Beats is only 27. Holy crap. I think you win.
Great. So I'm still the oldest.
Maybe. Uh-oh. What do we got here?
What up? What up, what up?
Oh, hi. It's that guy I hate.
What?
I said, hi, it's that guy I hate.
Yeah, MissJynx. She hates me.
So much.
Why do you hate me so much, MissJynx?
I can't
She was
even,
like all abusive and stuff.
I can't even begin to explain. There's not enough time.
Oh, man. You know, and all I wanted to do was party.
And I just gave him a bad birthday.
Yep. Like, my birthday was going fine, and then, oh, we're at the hotel, and MissJynx is being MissJynx. So, yeah.
You guys are still on your way home from the march, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're almost out of New Mexico at this point. We didn't hurry it. We just stopped all the time. So.
That's awesome.
But when you got a 30+ hour drive, it's kind of a thing. You don't stop one way, you'll stop another.
I left and went home, and I had 30 minutes to get ready for work, and I did, and I went.
That's hardcore. That is hardcore.
Yeah, it was brutal as fuck, dude.
But,
worth it.
You didn't have to drive, though, right?
Totally worth it, right?
Totally worth it.
Yeah, so we all celebrated CPN's birthday. He turned 17 twice on Saturday, and we went out and had a big old party by the Lincoln Memorial for you.
That's right. That's exactly what I'm saying. It was too. That was just a big giant birthday party in DC for some reason. I
mean, who else can say that Ouija from Swagtooth performed at your birthday party?
Exactly. Technically, okay. At some point in time, we as a group decided this was my birthday party, and everyone who performed that day did in fact go perform at my birthday party. I mean, ICP did play birthday bitches, so
they did.
Just saying.
They did. So CPN, now that you've joined us, let's just take a moment to revel in the awesomeness that was the sign that I made for you for the march.
Oh man. Oh man. Wow. About that sign.
We straight up said that shit was gonna break the internet like 5 minutes after being there.
Hey.
Yep.
I was completely just like fanboying out when I heard Anthony Fantano read that shit out loud. I was like, are you kidding me? The needle drop just read my sign? Fuck.
Fantano read it?
Yeah, he scrolled through he showed our picture on his fucking video.
Yeah. Oh, that's the shit.
And he actually made a really good video about how, it may seem silly on the surface, but Juggalo's freedom of speech is everybody's freedom of speech. And how, counterculture is often the canary in the coal mine. I'm quoting him, but he just made some really valid points. And he's got a lot of influence over hip-hop heads and music fans. So I feel like that was a win for the Juggalos when Anthony Fantano co-signed the importance of that march.
Sweet. Hell yeah. I will say this. I've had people attacking me. So you spelled Nickelback wrong. And I'm sitting here in my head like, BstMstR spelled Nickelback wrong, not me.
Yeah, but you're the one holding the signs. So
holding the sign, right? So, but I turned it around on them. I was like, it's spelled wrong on purpose to weed out Nickelback fans like yourself who want the name spelled correctly.
Right? I know. That's like someone going, "Yo, you spelled twisted wrong." There's E's and I's, like.
Well, remember in that movie Fanboys, where he's like, "How much for the phaser? We don't hot Trek here." Then why do you have the phaser? It's so we can snuff out Trekkie bitches like yourself and tell them to get the fuck off our land. Get the fuck off our land. Same thing.
Right. That's right. We sussed out all the Nickelback fans.
Right. Now, I don't know if you heard the news out there, TJ. Apparently the march is still a failure.
Yeah, I heard that it didn't accomplish anything. And as soon as one Juggalo gets in trouble, all the good will be undone, apparently.
All of it, every single bit of it. Mm-hmm.
Actually, all kidding aside, there is absolutely nothing that will ever happen that will change the fact that Juggalos are not a gang. So for us to proclaim that it's not a gang cannot be undone. Not by one fake news report about a Juggalo, not by one real report about a real Juggalo that fucks up. Still doesn't change the fact. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, I don't know if you've seen some of the anti-march videos by some of the anti-march people out there. I have on the way on these freeways here. We've been watching them or listening to them, and it's funny because there's two sides to this. One side is saying that we didn't act like Juggalos normally act, and that we were told to act a certain way and we had to, and we were only allowed to clap when Violent J said so, and all this other stuff. And you can probably guess who was saying that one. He has some facial hair, quite a bit of it. But then we had the other dude with, I'm just gonna say it right now, the really, really gay haircut and a super cute vest, saying that we acted too much like Juggalos at a Juggalo march.
I do not know who that fella is, but
all I know is this was like the Juggalo one of the ultimate Juggalo events with no drama. Like, that's what it was. It was like if you went to a gathering and everything was just kind of working out right and there was no fucking drama. That's kind of what it was. Or it was kind of like hatchet attacks, but with no drama.
It's crazy how so many of these events keep going down and they're so chill and fun and drama free ever since Twisted was excommunicated from the from the reindeer games.
And I've kind of thought the same thing. I was like, wait a minute. You notice this Twisted element don't exist no more, and everyone's fucking like, I mean, the fucking concerts are still hype. We're still having fun. We're still chanting stupid shit. We still have our fucking fat guy walking around wearing almost nothing. Like, Mankini is taking over. He's replacing Bat Dick. You know what I'm saying? Bat Dick didn't march. Like, yeah, Bat Dick didn't march, but Mankini marched. All right? Mankini trumps Bat Dick. I'll put it to you that way. We need to have a war. But nonetheless, you have Bat Dick Juggalos, you have Mankini Juggalos. What happens when Bat Dick and Mankini collide? Yeah, what happens when they collide, right? But nonetheless, we still had all the cool fucking Juggalo shit, just none of the fucking drama. Even at the gathering, if you went to the gathering, fucking McEnhoes is obviously a witness to this. Yeah, the grounds kind of sucked. The biggest issue we had was with the Oklahoma fucking city police. But everybody at the gathering was so chill. Giant party. That it was just a giant party and everyone was fucking chilling. Hell, the most danger we were in is when we went to Waffle House.
Yeah, that Waffle House was 10 times gangster than a gathering could ever even reach.
Like, you could fucking just go in there filming that Waffle House on your phone and put some Spice One in the background, and it fits.
Damn.
Well, I got to meet Mankini at the march. He was cool.
Yeah, I tried to get his attention during the march, and I was like, Mankini, turn the fuck around! And he wouldn't.
He would not.
And then I came across Roxy during the march. Like, all these people I came across during the march, and Roxy was hating. So I got her hating live. So everybody could actually see, dude, Roxy's a fucking hater. She's all internet. And then as soon as, like, she's a person, she's a fucking hater. And I got it live. I was like, see, Roxy's a hater.
I also had a chance to meet Roxy. She was cool.
No, she's a hater.
Yeah, but she was still cool.
No, haters are not cool. Goddamn you, BstMstR. Alright? Keep talking shit. I'm going to show up with my homies and we're going to jump you. Prove that we're not a gang. Wait, what?
Exactly. I fucking hate all you haters. Isn't that like the most ironic thing? I hate you haters.
I used to say that all the time. I hate haters. I used to say I'm racist against racist people.
You know, sometimes you need a hater, you know, but...
Oh, yeah.
You know, because who else are you going to load beard?
I know, like, my load has to go somewhere and I need a hater for that.
Yeah, no, I haven't had any chance to watch, you know, propaganda films, but since I've been back, I've been working on editing my footage, and, you know, obviously tonight we're doing this, but tomorrow you're going to start to see some of my footage pop up on YouTube.
Right. Well, apparently next week, that HBO thing with Vice is supposed to go up. The one we were all in. So that might be a thing. Let's go. And then sometime this week when I get home, because I'll be home tonight. Obviously, I'm going to do other things first before I go home. I mean, before I get on videos. But I'm going to do a recap of the march but not in the traditional sense of. And then I got to the hotel, and then we were doing this. Like, I'm gonna mention it kind of, but I'm gonna focus more on like just what the march was. It's gonna be like a little different format than you usually see my videos in, you know. But I think this situation called for a little different format. Because I'll tell you what, nothing spelled different format to me than watching ICP perform songs like Down with the Clown while Fagos were shooting into the fucking reflecting bowl, and with Lincoln and the Washington Monument and the Capitol building all surrounding us. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best ICP shows I've seen in a while, man. It was fucking awesome. They went all out. The energy, great choice of songs, and I don't know. It was fucking amazing.
I had heard people saying they were worried about ICP's performance because that they fear ICP's gonna not perform any controversial shit, which obviously was not the case.
Nope.
You know, and I was like, it's like I like had no worries that ICP was gonna get up there and just fucking kill it. You know what I mean? I had no worries about that. I had said I hope they play like Explosions. That's the one hope. That's the one song I hope they play in the mall at DC, because that's a fuck you. And they did it, so
yep.
I'm happy about that.
There was actually 2 times during their set I thought about you, CPN. One was Birthday Bitches.
Right.
And the second one was Explosions, because at the gathering last year when they played Explosions, you went apeshit and sprayed Fago all over us.
You damn right I did. You were at the gathering, bitch. What'd you expect? You were at the bank. You weren't at the fucking bank.
It's just like after being at the gathering that whole time with you, you had not yet thrown any Fago. So it was once that song came on, it's like the Manchurian Candidate, you know, your brainwashing just flipped and you were like, I'm going to douse everyone around me, boom.
Right. See, I now have to try to figure out what the correlation between THC and my foot is. Because obviously, you know, I had a flare up with my foot, right? And it was getting bad during the march. And I was like, son of a bitch. Well, when we got back to the area, I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm sitting on these stairs. And I was sitting there and I had to pull my shoe half off because my foot was so swollen. And then when we got back to the hotel and we were chilling, fucking someone passed over to Jinx and Jinx passed it to me. And I was like, all right. And like within 10 minutes after that, my foot just went from swollen to soup, and it didn't hurt anymore.
What do you know?
It's almost like it's a medicine or something. I mean,
yeah, that's why I keep it in my bag, because I know somebody's gonna fucking get hurt.
Well, the reason I was like, I didn't know like that would actually affect that. Which I'm gonna, if that's the case, I'm gonna feel stupid, because when I fucking was kicked out by the Moore rally, this dude offered me gummy bear edibles, and I was like, no, I don't think that's gonna help. If they would have helped,
it would have helped, but you would have probably went to sleep.
I'd been in the crowd, and I probably fell asleep.
You'd like have to just nibble off like a toe.
It would have been great, because now if that had happened, you would right now have a bunch of dicks on your face, and it would make this live stream a little more fun.
Oh man, you guys would have done that to me?
Are you kidding me? Did you see that pile of markers we had on the table? I had so many
right.
I mean, I wouldn't have done it, but I mean, I wouldn't have stopped nobody, but I mean, you know.
No, I would have done it
everywhere.
for sure.
I'm not saying I would have participated, but I wouldn't have stopped anybody either. I didn't murder.
Yeah.
I just filmed it. Fuck you.
I mean, that would be the situation.
Yeah, well, you're an individual.
Wow.
Yep. I get myself into situations.
Yeah, one of my best friends, he calls me, and I see it's him, and I answer hello, and he's laughing. He goes, "Bro, so the FBI listens to Nickelback?" And I go, "You seen that?" And he goes, "Dude, that's everywhere." I was like, sweet. God damn it, BstMstR, you misspelled it.
You want to know the best part? I was halfway through writing the word Nickelback, and I had just finished misspelling in the middle, and then Crazy McCormick just nonchalantly comes up and goes, "Hey, you know you misspelled that." I hadn't even written the word back yet, and I already knew it was misspelled. And I'm like, I can't change it. I'm just going to go with it.
No, that's what I figured too. I was like, it's the L and the E. It doesn't really matter. They're gonna read it as Nickelback regardless.
And they did. And they did.
And
they
fucking did.
I apparently misspelled whoop whoop as well on the Make America Whoop Whoop Again because I didn't put the silent H. And let me tell you something. Some of the CarnivalSpirits, you know, people that like our page, decided to call me out on that and call me a moron. To which case I say, where in the Juggalo handbook, which rule did I break that warrants this kind of, humiliation, guys? Really?
Are we
really? I mean, were they at the march?
Obviously couldn't spell whoop your bit. Next time you use a little dick over it. You misspelled it. Oh no, you're not a real Juggalo.
That's it. The next time I'm gonna make America fap again. No more whooping.
No, you know you stop that. No, what I'm gonna start doing is spelling twisted wrong on purpose. Just trigger people.
Oh, repeat that. You were breaking up.
I do apologize. The signal goes in and out here. I'm gonna start spelling twisted on purpose. I'm gonna start misspelling twisted on purpose.
Oh, that'll trigger every single.
Like with a Z.
Right. Like I'm gonna spell it like.
Spelling twisted the way it's the proper spelling.
Right. Exactly.
Just do the proper spelling, but throw like an extra vowel in there or something, like twistod or something.
Or just no vowels.
Hell no.
One of my friends many years ago, he got twisted tattooed going around his neck. Well, he got the artist spelled different because basically how he's seen twisted for years. So he just walked up and he just told the artist he wanted the word twisted going around his neck. So we went and got this neck tattoo, but the artist spelled it correctly.
Bitch. Bitch, you ain't down.
That's what you get. I saw a really, it wasn't even a meme, someone just wrote on Facebook with that new, image writer where you can make what you write show up in the image, and it was something like this. It said, Juggalos, don't discriminate and tell me what I can't listen to. And then it says, also Juggalos, fuck you if you listen to Twisted. And I'm like, I see what you're trying to do there, except it's just so strange to me how Twisted fans and Twisted themselves are having such a hard time with negativity, hating, and trolling. Whereas, didn't they come from the same origin story of the rest of us Juggalos and ICP that have been hated on and trolled on and disrespected for the past fucking 2 decades? Why is it now that Magic Ninja is so sensitive? Why is it that Monoxide feels that everyone is being a sheep for being upset for them not going to the march? I don't need Violent J to tell me that Twisted should have been at the march. Twisted should have been at that march because juggalos like me made Twisted who they are. And we all rep the Hatchet Man. Just because they dropped the Hatchet Man doesn't mean that all those fans aren't still suffering the repercussions of that stigma that apparently they don't care. They don't care about it. So,
right. And they're the ones that scream the loudest on how much they give a fuck about, you know, the fam or whatever. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's always been weird to me that people can't just get along because, like, I mean, it's really not a secret that Twisted's absolutely my favorite. And yet I can still coexist with you guys somehow. It's, like, mind-blowing, right?
Well, that's the point. I've never hated on anyone for liking Twisted. I've never said, hey, fuck you for liking Twisted. You know what I mean? That's not how I roll. Yeah. That's like telling someone, yo, fuck you for liking Nickelback. Well, I mean, I guess we do that.
Like, well, no. That's way different. All right? That's actually offensive. But anyway, Jinx, did you say Twisted's your favorite?
Yeah, no doubt.
Why the fuck do you have me in this conversation with this lowlife here?
Oh yeah,
with this
calm down. Is that right?
I can't believe I had in-person conversations with you, Jinx. I feel so fucking ashamed of myself right now.
Violated, even. That's what I came to do. That's what I came to do, man. I came to violate you.
Oh man.
You know,
damn it.
I gotta say, everybody in the chat, you guys are coming up with some really good misspellings for Twisted. I like what I see.
No, but back to the original Juggalos, mad at people for liking Twisted. It's so funny because somebody could show them to me, but I haven't seen anybody like, oh man, anyone who likes Twisted, fuck you. I see it on the other end.
I have seen it, but it's like whatever, you know?
There's like probably a couple dumb fucks. But I see Twizzlers in droves. In fucking droves. How can you still like ICP? Twisted is by far the more superior. And just constant. That constant fucking shit talk. Twisted are the ones. Twisted are the ones kicking people out of their shows for chanting ICP. ICP is not kicking people out of their shows for chanting Twisted. And there's been videos of both, of people chanting Twisted at ICP shows and then getting props for doing it, and people chanting Twisted at ICP at Twisted shows, and Monoxide having a fucking bitch fit and going, get the fuck out! Security, get him! So take that for what you want.
I agree. It's a little bullshit. It's a little bullshit. I see Not Slim One in the chat. He says love wins every time. It was good seeing you at the march. What else you say? It was a pleasure to see TJ at the march, and we all made history. That is true. We all made history. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have our voices be heard. It's not like juggalos are hidden, and it's not like you can't go looking for YouTube videos or, you know, or communities on Facebook, you know, groups and whatnot, pages. But all of a sudden, we're marching on Washington, and you got all these juggalos and groups on Facebook talking about planning the march. Then you get all these reporters popping in there, you know, jumping in the mix, saying, hey, can we talk to you? Can we talk to you? Why are they doing that? You know what I mean? For the past 4 years, they haven't tried to hear our 2 cents. And now they're trying. And they're trying because we made that effort to go down to our nation's capital. Because when you go down to your nation's capital and rent out that space and have a peaceful protest, the whole world is kind of like, okay, what do you have to say? And I'm pretty fucking proud of us, you know? It's something that I wish didn't happen only once a year. And I told this to SistaHatchet on the way home. I think that there should be a march on Washington every fucking year. The Juggalos should march on Washington every year like the Gathering. And if Psychopathic won't do it, I think there needs to be some mini marches. Just like everybody has their little mini gatherings in their own hometowns. You know? Just like Jay said in that song from in Hatchet History, you know, it's time that we told you how great you are, and they're like little mini gatherings. Don't be surprised when we waltz up in there. Look, if we throw mini marches every year, you know, maybe ABK will show up this time. I don't know.
Whew.
Right. Supposedly, from what I'm hearing, the Reno Ratas in Nevada did their own march on the same day.
Yeah, a couple people did, from my understanding. I heard that from Chicago, too. I don't know.
Okay. Well, because there was that whole thing that got brought up between me and Chuck at the beginning of the year where we were talking about, like, it'd be badass if ninjas were doing events all over the country for people who couldn't make it to D.C. And I thought that was a good idea. I still think that's a good idea. I just don't have that much faith in the Juggalo community to actually organize things like that.
I don't know, yeah, because my dude from Chicago hit me up and was like, wait, but which march are you at? Because there's a bunch of them going on. And I'm like, what? Really? I'm at the main march, bitch.
Yeah, you're at Boss March. Everybody in the chat's telling me it's too expensive to have a march every year. Well,
no,
sorry.
Here's the other thing, though. That being once in a lifetime is what will make that thing special.
I know. And I'm only half serious. I'm only half serious about mini marches. I mean, I guess maybe what I'm saying is I want to go back to, Washington, D.C. again, and I want to party with all you guys again. Those two things were really fun, and it's like, can't we do that again? Maybe it doesn't have to be Washington, D.C.
There's this thing every year called the fucking Gathering, DJ.
Well.
You know, that.
But we need more.
Hey, if you want to reinvent the wheel, fine, I guess.
What?
God. What a concept.
Yo, but for real, next year I'm trying to go to the Dark Carnival Games Con.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely going.
I might try to work that out next year as well.
There was a time when I thought, gatherings might be out of the cards for me in the future, but shit changes on the drop of a dime, and you just never know. You just never know.
Honestly, I feel like completely revitalized by the march, and I'm just like, fuck my responsibilities. I'm gonna spend all my money on Juggalo shit from now on.
Right.
I just don't care.
Yeah, I hear I kind of feel like I want to be a nomad. Like, I feel like I just want to sell all of my possessions and walk the earth. And,
For real.
Maybe I'll start BstMstR's Juggalo sofa tour. You know what I mean? I'm coming to your house.
This is what we'll do. Okay, this is what we'll do. Okay, just hear me out. We'll sell all our possessions and we'll purchase carnival rides and actually become a traveling carnival.
Bitch, fuck me up.
I am down with that.
Is we will follow ICP tours and set up carnivals like down the street or whatever the same day as ICP tours. That will pay for us to get around and get into shows. And then, obviously we'll contract with Psychopathic to be the carnival that goes to the Gathering every year and stuff.
And we can just live on corn dogs.
I am down with the corn dogs.
Yeah.
Yep. Corn dogs and fucking soft serve. That's too soft because it's too hot, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Let's do this.
I brought extra food to the march and bottles of water, handed them out to as many people as I could. I made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I put them all in a bag, and then they got so hot and smushed in my bag that every time I pulled it out, I was like, "Oh, would you like a slice of this peanut butter and jelly lasagna?" Because that's what it looked like.
It was so special. Thanks for all that water. I would have died.
Yeah, you're welcome. That water fucked my back up. I still got a sore back. It's because of carrying all that fucking water. But it was totally worth it. And to the long drive and being out in the sun all day and having to not be on drugs, unfortunately.
What a toughie.
It was all worth it.
I know.
Gangbanging happening. I mean, I kind of miss some of the raw dog lines, but whatever.
I don't know. I heard somebody was sucking toes behind the Lincoln Memorial, just like right behind the thing.
Hell yeah.
Man. Man. 17 and I'm so glad we all made it. That was great.
What? Everyone else is so quiet.
I don't know.
Well, I plan on doing a couple more hangouts about the March this week. It's going to be purely March Madness aftermath week, and I'm definitely looking forward to your reviews. I mean, if anyone else is going to do reviews in this March, but ultimately, I've got footage to share, so my footage is going to be popping up in the next few days. And we'll be back on Saturday for every Saturday afternoon. Except Saturday afternoon, I have Saturday off this week, but I'm going to a show in Connecticut on Friday night. So I'm not going to be working, so I could do it earlier, but I also might be hungover. So that might just balance it out,
It's my birthday weekend, so I don't know what I'm going to be up to, but I'll try to make it.
Oh, shit. It's his birthday. And are you going to be, what, 21, 22?
Really? 18.
I knew you were 17 and I knew it.
No, yeah, I'm going to be turning 29.
No way, for real?
Yeah.
I was pretty sure that ComaBlack was 29.
I mean, I'll take 21.
What is this? Makanhoes leaves the hangout and now he's in the chat? See how it is?
He doesn't want anybody knowing that he's listening to Little Yellow Bus.
Oh, can we tell everybody what we were doing to Makanhoes on the way up?
Sure.
No, sister, you tell him.
So, Mac and I have had an ongoing battle back and forth because I fucking love the song and he hates it. So, on the trip down, we were, where were we? Pennsylvania or some shit like that. Right about the time that school was letting out, and there's fucking buses everywhere.
But not just buses. Every single bus was a short bus.
Yeah.
There were short buses everywhere. Every 5 seconds, a short bus was going by us.
So, had filmed a couple. We took pictures of a couple, and tagging Mac and is this your bus, Mac? No, not that one. How about
that's
this
fantastic?
One? Because of course he's on a bus on his way to the march. So yeah. He had to, of course, send me a GIF and tell me that I was stupid, but it was all good fun. And then, actually, Actually, he's in the chat, so I'm just going to talk shit because I can't hear him run his mouth back at me. But I happened to watch one of his videos. I think he posted it today about his trip on the bus and all of the delays getting home. He actually made a comment about how I told him not to pop the blister on his foot. And then how it proceeded to just spread because he took my advice. And all I gotta say to that is, like, that's the best thing to build a callus. And if that motherfucker would buy shoes to fit the size of his feet, not the size of his head, he might not get blisters when he walks around. But...
Damn.
Well,
I love you, Mac.
How big is his fucking shoes? Because he's got a pretty big head.
Oh god, yeah.
Fucking clown shoes, literally clown shoes.
He has some big fucking clown shoes on. Anyways, he's a tall guy. I didn't realize how tall all of you fuckers were.
I know, right?
I was constantly looking up.
I totally thought that MissJynx was a lot taller than I. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
MissJynx is exactly as I imagined her. Perfect.
Oh, thank you. No way.
Yes, you are amazing. All right, guys, I gotta call it a night. I'm still trying to catch up from my overwhelming catastrophe that happened over the weekend while I was away. So, I still have a few hours of work ahead of me. Night.
You mean catastrophe at work while you were gone?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that's because really. You're a boss and you handle shit. When you're not there,
a little bit of an exaggeration, but
I'm sure it's
still
not
trying to play catch up.
Yeah, I hear you on that. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll have to continue this later, and we'll chop it up soon.
Yeah, I'll try and catch up with you guys on Saturday.
Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good night, y'all. Whoop whoop.
Whoop
whoop. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
So my computer randomly decided that it wanted to update. Just straight shut down.
Damn.
It just does that without permission. It's just like, I update now. Screw you.
Something must have popped up when I walked away or something. I don't know.
Right.
Dang.
Oh, if CBN can still hear, I think it's Skinny G here in the chat. One of the first comments he made tonight was that he was looking everywhere for you and he couldn't find you. He wanted to get his T-shirt signed. And there was this other dude at the march, this redhead. I know, Jinx, you remember him. We saw him all over the place, and he kept asking where CPN was. And I remember the last time I saw him, we had just heard that CPN was, I don't know, talking to reporters and then like falling down and passing out. And so, I told him, I'm like, I think he's over on a bench over there, like, sleeping or something. And he was like, really? And he almost like wanted to get up and go run off and look for him, but all his friends were sitting down, and he's like, what do you think?
He really wanted to meet him.
It's like, what do you think? You want to go on an adventure? And his friends were like, oh, you mean walk more?
No more marching.
But I did get a picture of him. So if you're looking at our Carnival Spirits Instagram, he's the redhead who's going like this with the really psycho look on his face. He's just like, where's CPN?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it was really cool to see, Reverend Lastrite. I didn't get to talk to him much, but we did see each other, gave him daps. You know who I saw, during the march, and I was able to give him daps and a little bit of props? It's fucking Vinny the ICP kid. He walked right in front of me while I was filming. So I filmed the whole interaction of basically me like fucking hound dogging him as he walked by. It was awesome. Oh shit, did you have a Fitbit? You walked 20,000 steps? That's a lot of walking.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen Rev too, but he was getting interviewed, so I was like, I'm gonna let him do that. I don't just want to roll up on him.
I saw the picture of his sign, and he was kind of explaining that that his sign was a little misleading because it lists all the things that he's accomplished, and the very first line says Navy, and then below it says retired with a period. You know, so it's like Navy retired. But then he put Juggalo next to retired, so it looks like it says Navy retired Juggalo, and then all these other things below it, and yeah, so apparently he was, you know, constantly defending himself, saying, "No, I'm not a retired Juggalo."
Wow.
Trust me, I know what it's like to make a sign and then make a mistake, except what I do is I pass that sign off to other people and let them get all the heat.
Wow.
But my other pride and joy, if the FBI listens to Nickelback as pride, then joy has to be Dragnets. How do they work? Because that sign was also a big hit. And I have to say that was the first sign I made that morning. I made all those signs that morning in like a half an hour, maybe a little longer. But you know, do the last minute
in the fucking paint.
Yeah, just like, you know, rushing and traveling and, you know, packing and, you know, drinking and kicking it. I didn't fucking make any signs until the morning of the march, and when I was looking at all these blank poster boards, I just blacked out, grabbed the pencil and the paint, and I just went fucking house, and I had no time to think. So, yeah, there was a couple spelling errors. It's not because I don't know how to spell. It's because I was moving fast, and I made those signs with quickness. And I got to say, for the amount of time that I spent doing it, they all came out really good. And I saw almost every single one of them somewhere in pictures. There's a few of them I made, and I never saw them again. Like they must have, like somebody used it as a fucking placemat, or you know,
something to sit
on. Right. Somebody used it to, you know, to share their curly fries or something.
Yeah, I think in the time that I had like went over back to Crazy's room to take some leave, and I came back and you had like 3 signs done, I was like, God damn.
Yep. I was running out of ideas too, but I think it worked out really well. And yeah, you know, I've never really been the best speller. I also like mispronounce things. I also say the incorrect words that don't mean what in the context of the sentence I'm saying. Like sometimes I make words up. I'm pretty easygoing like that. Don't really give a fuck. You know?
Yeah, it's not that serious.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
I think that's kind of what makes it, you know, Juggalo.
In a way it does, and you'd almost feel like, oh, he did that on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose, but subconsciously I might have done it on purpose, you know?
Right.
I mean, in all my years of being a Juggalo, I fucking know there's silent H's, whoop whoop. I don't know why I didn't put them on the poster. I don't. Yeah, everybody seems to love that "Grab America by the Posse" sign.
Yeah, that was another good one.
It was good, but it wasn't that good. Everybody just likes the sexual innuendo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the signs that had like double meaning or like, you know, like Trump references, the whole Dragnets rhyming with magnets, and the implication of what, you know, we're kind of like, we're clowning on the FBI here. And I think that's why the FBI listens to Nickelback such a success, because that is like a sick burn, you know?
Yeah.
But on the real, there are so many good signs at the march. Like I was clicking through dude's collection of photos, and not funny ones, but like real sincere, poignant, impactful, meaningful, and enlightening signs. Like the Juggalos came through and really showed their wisdom at this march. Like no fucking lie. They really did.
Yeah, I'm proud for sure.
Oh, okay. So Rev Last Right says FBI was totally in the crowd. Of course they were. I mean, there was a strong police presence. They were all parlaying, you know, keeping a watchful eye on things.
But it's still really weird. There was not one arrest.
I saw somebody get wheeled in in like one of those hospital wheelie gurney thingies.
Yeah.
Like, but there's no evidence that was even Juggalo related. Somebody fell down. Maybe they were dehydrated and they got wheeled out of there. But
I heard a heat stroke.
Oh, so there was heat stroke after being out in the sun all day. Wow, Juggalos are such a menace. How dare they go fucking get heat stroke? You know?
Yeah. My buddy had a heat stroke.
What an unruly bunch of motley fucking fools.
I can't say shit. I had a heat stroke at the gathering.
I think you meant you had a legit stroke at the gathering.
Yeah. Something like that.
No, I just had a great time, you know, and when the sun started to go down, I got bummed out because I couldn't continue taking pictures. It was too dark, you know.
Right.
But it was really nice.
I had a fucking ton of fun. It was awesome.
Uh-oh, Jinx, you're mute.
Well, I said when it got dark, we were forced to actually observe the monuments.
That was actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Jinx and I took a walk around all those monuments, and it's like majestic, you know. It's almost like Disney World for adults with all those little fountains jumping around.
Fucking awesome, for sure.
I was so pissed. I wanted to go like actual up to the fucking Lincoln Memorial, but my foot was just so fucked that I was just like, oh, I don't want to walk up all those stairs. And then I was pissed because I thought well, see, my thing was I was like, I thought I had put my leave in the backpack, and I looked for it and I couldn't find it. But then when I got to the hotel, I found it in the backpack, and so I was like,
bottle on me the whole time.
God damn it.
Oh, Makanhoes, I don't know if you can read the chat, but Static Beat said heat stroke, not deep throat.
He's talking about what CPN does to me every night. I don't know. He has a fetish for me and CPN porn. He loves that shit.
Wow.
Damn.
He does, dude. He's wrote some pretty crazy fanfics about me and fucking CPN banging.
So you've got you just went from spooning to shit. That escalated quickly.
He writes it, man. Don't ask me. I don't know.
Dude, straight up, this guy is bugging. He really wants to get that CPN shirt signed.
Right?
Yeah, I tell you, CPN. He did drop a couple signatures. We all were signing shirts actually on Saturday. You remember that? When we were all signing that Juggalo March shirt?
Dude, shout out to those people because they were so fucking awesome to me. Smoked me out hella, like got me beers and waited for me to get there. I love you. Goddamn.
Guess who you're gonna see at the Great Malenko show?
I know, that's what they were saying. I'm so glad.
All of them. We're all gonna be there again.
I'm about to cry. Stop. I really will.
For real.
Great. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, CPN was on a mission. I think I really didn't spend too much time with him at the march until his foot started to hurt and he actually sat down. Because while he was on his feet, he was moving.
Yeah, I was gonna say there were so many times where I thought he was right next to me, turn around, gone. Him and fucking Juggalo.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Now, I think that one picture of me and CPN with the Nickelback sign, that picture was taken on the way to the march. Like we were on the sidewalk and we had not yet gotten there. And I remember I just happened to like turn around. I'm like, oh, there's a picture being taken. And I just leaned in. I wasn't even like supposed to be in that picture. I was in the right place at the right time. And I'm kind of glad I was, because I mean, that's my pride right there. And then Juggalo had my joy.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I got another picture of a wide, look of the whole area with the monument in the background, and CPN's right in the front, right in the bottom, holding up that sign. So you see the sign in the bottom, and then you just see the whole scope of the area. It's really cool. I tagged you in at CPN. When you check your Instagram, you're going to see a few tagged photos of yourself on there.
Sweet.
But I'm pretty happy with the footage I got, at least what I've seen so far.
Megs wants to know why we were so late.
What do you mean so late?
On getting down to the march, I'm assuming.
Oh. Because we're fucking doing fuckery in the
because we were eating ice cream.
We were making a scene walking down to the march all the way from the hotel.
I was under the impression that it was 2 blocks away, because that's what the dude at the hotel showed me on a map. He's like, look, see, here we are, and here's where you're going. And I'm like, oh, that's 2 blocks away. Needless to say, he was showing me on like one of those like placemat like maps, which is like illustrated, which is not to scale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got the same shit. And then by the time I got like, oh wow.
Yeah, it was more like a dozen blocks, but it is what it is. We had a march before. We had a pre-march before the march.
Yeah.
I think the walk to the march was actually longer than the march itself.
Oh, for sure.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah. So what did we Uber back, or was it Lyft? I can never tell between the two.
Yeah, we lifted.
Yes, we got a ride. Yeah, we didn't have to walk back, which is nice, because it was a long day out there.
Yeah, I was like, no, we're not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I definitely said no.
So does anybody know who bought us that ice cream? Like,
I mean, I don't know her name, but I got her picture and I offered her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in return. She declined that. But yeah, they were really cool. They were just some random ninjas that happened to be walking with us. And then she's like, hold on, stop. Who wants ice cream? I'm buying. And we all were like, sure. And I got a free Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cone or whatever it was on the stick.
Aww.
No, we got pictures of that too. I'm pretty sure there's a picture of you, me, and Crazy with our Ninja Turtle ice creams. Yeah, but for real, how many people was there? It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She bought like a dozen ice creams right there on the spot for all of us.
Aww. You can't have a good political march without ice cream. I know that.
That is true.
Well, I know that now too. And just think of how close this march came to failing, and then she bought that ice cream and
right made the whole thing perfect.
Well, to tell you the truth, speaking of the failing thing, like that whole thing about, you know, they couldn't get the arenas, and, you know, Twisted and Tech Nine and the rest of them didn't want to come through, and all this other shit. I'm kind of looking at the march how it was, and I'm like, man, we had to go to the fucking monument, and then afterwards everyone leave the monument and go fire yourself up in a fucking arena or whatever to enjoy a concert. Like, what we got was, I think that was perfect.
I agree.
That concert is like, that's just the atmosphere of it. Everything about that show was amazing. And that wouldn't happen without all the bullshit.
I'll say this. I know that they were trying to sweeten the pot by inviting other artists, and, you know, and anyone from a Tech Nine to an Onyx to, you know, whether it's Ice-T or, you know, whoever. It would have been sweet, but it shouldn't have been necessary for the Juggalos, because, I mean, if you like that other stuff, that's cool. But if you're a Juggalo, that kind of means you're into that to the shit that they gave us. And everybody who was there enjoyed themselves. You know, I didn't need to be bribed with a free concert or all these big flashy names. I'm not even trying to belittle the artists that they were reaching out to. I like these artists.
It was just enough, though. Like, it was perfect.
Yeah, you know,
yeah, it was just enough.
Mad Child didn't show up. Didn't bother me none. His attendance was not the you know, the linchpin of this becoming a successful peaceful protest. The Juggalos ourselves, we were that linchpin. We're the ones that made it what it was, not the entertainment. That was just the icing on the cake.
No shit.
Right.
I mean, I did miss ABK though. You know, I wish he was actually there. And missed Rude Boy not being able to make it.
Right, but you know what? Those aren't cause for you know, what do you call it? A mob of angry, you know, retaliation. Like, how dare you not deliver on what, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit happens. And
yeah, definitely.
And I care more about Rude Boy's health than I do him giving that speech. You know, his son did a great job reading that speech for him.
Yeah, Carlito definitely did a great job doing that, you know.
Yeah.
How cool is that that he got to stand up there and read his dad's speech? I mean, not for nothing, but that's family right there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you a stupid story tied with that?
Yeah.
So Rude Boy's speech, Carlito read it, and then yesterday, the whole speech was written out and posted on his Facebook.
Yep.
And some dude in the comments said, "Huh, that's really weird. Yes, the other day he was blind, and now here he is typing up his speech and putting it on Facebook." Like, like, really? Are we dealing with that level of fucking, like, just stupidity?
Wow, man.
Oh, dude, I was like, oh, it's almost as if somebody, you know, got access to his account and posted it for him.
Shit,
and that was
might have talk to text. You don't.
And
I'm sure he.
It was funny because Rudy didn't like any of the other statuses. There was only a like on my status from Rudy.
What if dumb fuck? Wow.
Rude boy won't accept my friend request. Just saying.
Yep, same here. I've had it there for like 3 months. He won't accept it.
I made the cut.
I think he's to capacity. I think he's to capacity with friends, you know.
That happens when you're popular. I know, and Rudy's definitely popular. That's all right. We don't need to be Facebook friends to kick it, you know?
Right.
Oh, boy. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I'd say it was really cool to reflect on this last weekend. And, you know, Crazy never made it. SistaHatchet had the bounce. You know, I would like to maybe do round 2 at another time, but I'm thinking, you know, I'm down to let this go on for another 10 more minutes, and then I need to pack it in because I got to work again tomorrow morning, and I still don't feel 100%. But
can we do
stay up all night and, you know, screw myself?
I have some horror story to catch up on.
Yeah, you do.
You know, there's a couple.
Can we go through one topic real quick?
Yeah, that's what I said. Let's go for another 10, 15 minutes. You know, whatever you want.
I want to know what everybody's like chant that stood out the most, that you like the most. That isn't, you know, our normal fucking stomp chants and other bullshit chants like that.
You and me are tied. I feel we have the same favorite.
Probably.
100%.
Well, now I want to know.
We are not a gang. You can suck my wang.
That was a good.
Fucking, I was dying so hard. That shit was great.
There's another chat that broke out that I really did not expect. I don't even started it. I didn't start
that one too.
I just participated.
The CPN chant?
No.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just being a dick.
Yeah. I went, what the fuck? And like, cause I heard it like it had the volume, the depth of like a lot of people chanting it. And I went, wow. Nice.
Well,
I was gonna say it started a good like 5 feet behind you.
What was the chant? What did I miss something here?
Fuck Chuck Reeves.
Really?
You didn't hear that?
You know what? I got selective hearing. I probably was dunking my head in the reflecting pool, you know?
Riding your bike through it.
That's right. Well, SistaHatchet came up with a really good one that me and her were doing, but we weren't together at the march the whole time, but a couple of times we did get a chance to put it out there. And it's kind of one that you only get it if you know ICP, you know Bizarre Bizarre, and you know that song If. And this is how it went. If I was, but I'll never be. Not a gang, we're Juggalo family. And that was really cool. Because, like, she would call out the first part. If I was, but I'll never be. And then I answered with the second part. So it was like a two-parter, you know?
Dang it.
Well, there you go. Oh.
What about you, Coma? Did you have any favorite chants?
Definitely the Wang one was my favorite. But my friend came up with one. She said, whoop, whoop, don't shoot. And I really like that one, too. You know, nice and simple.
For sure.
Oh, man. It just...
What about a 3-word chant? 3-word chant.
That's good. That reminds me. I made the sign that said, "This is not a gang sign." And I never saw it.
Was gone by the time I got to the march.
That sign disappeared.
And I was never seen again.
I liked all the horse shit all over the trail, and I liked when people started the "fuck this shit" chant because
that shit
all over the
fuck
trail.
this shit.
Yeah, I think poop dollars is a thing at the gathering. It's like there's some juggalo that thinks it's funny to like poop on the ground and then put $1 in there and then sit and watch and see if anyone takes the poop dollar. And then so there's all these crab apples, all these horse shit piles all over the place. And least I'm assuming it was from horses. I never saw one horse, by the way, in DC.
You didn't?
They were over on that far trail closer to the porta potties.
Okay, well, apparently they walked right through, you know, the main area and just dropped big heaping loads of shit everywhere. And then people were sticking their flyers and their dollars in there.
Oh yeah.
And then
Hooligan flyers.
Jiggy was walking around collecting them. He had a fucking Ziploc bag full of poop dollars in the hotel room
really
afterwards.
did.
I was like,
I
are you
had to
fucking
hold it.
serious?
Yeah.
He gave no fucks.
He posted a picture on Twitter, and he was like, I washed the poop dollars, but apparently horse shit stains dollar bills. I was just like, fucking for real, dog.
Oh, is Goat Boy telling me that he saw CPN holding the "This is not a gang" sign in a news article along with the Nickelback sign? That's good. I mean, at least if it got shown once in some coverage, that's cool, you know? I just never saw it once we got there because we were handing them out. And at one point, I saw these complete strangers, you know, carrying the Make America Whoop Again sign. And I was like, hey, I made that sign. I was like, sweet. They're like, oh, somebody just gave it to us. I'm like, yeah, we're passing it around. Give it to me. I took it back.
Can I have it back, please?
But I actually took a picture of them with it first. So that's on the Instagram. They were really cool to hold my sign for me.
Sassy.
Oh, look who just showed up to play. Big Irish Juggalo. What up, dude? I hope we made you proud, brother.
Right.
Really wish you were there. It's about the only thing I wish that, you know, all the no-shows, all the cancellations, all the bitch-made motherfucking turncoats. I just wish Big Irish Juggalo was there. Boy, the chat is fucking savage tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're on one. Yeah, we held it down for you, brother, and we're gonna get you out there next year for the mini march. I'm just kidding.
No shit. The mini march. Ice cream included.
It's, CarnivalSpirits is gonna start hosting events. We're gonna start with that.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to do another march if the 6th District Court throws it out again, because then we have to march for a Supreme Court march, right?
Well, I was thinking instead of rendezvousing at the National Mall, maybe we could just go over to the Liberty Tree Mall in Danvers, right near where I go to the movies, you know, and we can all meet at Dunkin' Donuts. Then we can march around AC Moore and Best Buy and Kohl's. And then we can come around to the Dollar Tree, and then we can have our speeches over by the Burger King and Old Navy. I don't know.
I mean, I was more thinking about, you know, like encircling the White House or something. But I mean, I guess if you just want to go to mall.
No. The mini march has to travel around. Let's go to Lizzie Borden's house or something.
Man,
we can come to Omaha. We have a Gene Leahy Mall, and it's outside mall, and there's like a river that runs down the middle of it. It's really nice.
Maybe we could just do it at your good ass zoo.
Yeah, we'll march my zoo. It's the only good thing in Nebraska. We'll march it.
Look,
march the fuck out of that bitch.
I co-signed the Omaha March because then Big Irish Juggalo doesn't have any excuses.
Right? Win-win. Yeah, we're making this happen.
When I sell all my possessions and start my BstMstR couch tour, I'll be coming to Omaha, and I'm going to start at Big Irish Juggalo's sofa.
I was going to say, I got a spare bedroom.
Well, I'm not staying that long, so, you know, I don't need a whole room. But if I got a whole room, then I have a place to, you know, let all my friends crash. You think I'm traveling alone? Fuck no. I'm showing up 20 deep. I'm like, what up? What's for dinner, MrMakanhoes?
Was it not?
I got a whole basement open then. Bring some sleeping bags.
Well, no, the whole point of the couch tour is that every house I stop at, I actually take one person from that house with me. So every stop that we go to, we're one person more. By the time we get across the country, I've got people from every single house I've ever visited with me, It's not kidnapping. It's different. It's more like, just like on tour, sleeping on sofas, and putting people in the trunk to make space for everybody.
It's relaxed. No stress. Laid back. Just relax.
Just don't look in the trunk. So I think CPN joined us again, but I don't see the camera working. Yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy, and I don't want to bore the audience with a bunch of drivel. So maybe we'll quit while we're ahead and give ourselves an opportunity to, think about what we want to, bring up next time. We'll do round 2 for sure later this week. And if you guys want to join me while I do my review of the articles, feel free. I'll make sure the links go out, and that goes for all the other Carnival Spirits crew. If you didn't notice tonight, we only had people who actually marched on the live stream, and that was my intention to kind of have a big group review. So it was a lot of fun. I mean, this hangout's a lot of fun, but we do this all the time. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys in person, and
no doubt.
I mean, we haven't even really shared, but like we had a lot of fun hanging out. Like I can't even tell you. Like we had so many people that we took up like 2 whole circular tables. And it's like, if you got tired of one table, you could go over to the other. And there was so much fucking happening that there's just multiple things happening. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like all one conversation the whole time. It was fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
I would say we were probably pretty close to like 20 deep in there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're just the YouTubers, but there were other people the other juggalos that were staying in our hotel. Half of them are our Carnival Spirits subscribers, and that's how we met them. So
that was dope for sure.
It was family love, like to the 10th, to the umpmonth power. It was fucking awesome.
Yep.
There were even a few juggalos that came wandering into our party that we didn't know.
Yep.
So, good times. All right. Well, hey, ComaBlack, it's not often we get you in the live stream. I want to thank you for joining, man. It's a pleasure.
And thank you for having me. It's been a treat.
Hell yeah, man. You should join more often, man. I mean, I know you don't think you're entertaining, but I beg to differ, because I like chopping it up with juggalos, and you always got interesting stuff to say. So don't be a stranger. You know what I mean?
Word.
All right.
Cool. I'm not trying to like plug anything like, well, we got this coming up and that coming up, but we do have things coming up where I've been networking with juggalos specifically to get them up in our hangouts so that we can chop it up and give you guys new faces and new voices to hear. So, I'm not saying that it's people it may be people you've never heard of before, or maybe it's YouTubers that you know very well. I'm trying to kind of create a little bit more unity in the Juggalo community. And it's not like I haven't been trying to do this the whole fucking time I've been on YouTube. So it's just that usually when there's drama or a beef or, an album comes out or it's gathering, there's always something else to focus on other than ourselves. But when there's nothing going on, and now that this March is over, there's really not much going on except for that Great Malenko 20th anniversary tour with R.A. the Rugged Man, which is pretty fucking epic. So who am I kidding? There's never a dull moment in the Juggalo world. Fuck. That's why.
And then at the end of that, we get the face of the next Joker's card.
Do we just get the face or do we get the name?
I assumed that we just got the face. Don't we usually get the face at the Hallowicked and then we get the name at like fucking Big Ballers?
Is that how it works? Because I remember when we saw the faces of Lost and Found, it say Lost on one and Found on the other.
I thought so.
I think so.
Yeah.
But we didn't know it was called the Missing Link, I guess.
Yeah, and then for the Wraith, we didn't know what it was because it didn't have the it had the bird, but the hands weren't doing anything.
Yeah, but you just skipped so many Joker's cards in between Lost and Found and the Wraith. Like,
No, I'm just going by the ones I remember. I don't remember the other ones.
You skipped them. It's all good. Yeah, no, that's super exciting. I liked in whichever interview they were doing where I think it was one of the serious, interviews. They were like, "Oh, Shaggy, you've got a new album out," and he's like, "Yup, I do." And then they asked a question about something else, and Jay said it. Jay said those words that I love to hear. Right now, we're just focused on the new ICP album. Fuck right. Yeah. That's like all I really care about. You know what I mean? Like, you got one job to do. You got one fucking job to do. And
you do it immediately.
Music from my fucking soundtrack. So I was really excited just to hear that. I don't know. It's the little things. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
I'm pretty excited.
No doubt. All right, guys. We'll wrap this up. Thank you, McInhoes, MissJynx, ComaBlack, CPN, Maximum Overload. Who else we have up in here? SistaHatchet, and we'll give Crazy McCormick an honorary shout out.
Thank you, BstMstR.
Oh, thank you. I see all these flashing red lights outside my window. Is it an ambulance or what?
That's funny. I have, you can't see that, but I've got like some cop shit going on. Uh-oh.
I don't know. It's like I see hoodlums walking the streets and there's totally blinking red lights outside my window. So something's happening down the block. I gotta go. I gotta go snoop and see what's up. I'm just kidding. Oh shit! Right at the nick of time before we end this episode, we got Big Irish Juggalo with a $5 super chat.
Wow!
Thank you guys for showing our best side. You are welcome, man. And I don't know. It really came naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, we went down there and we were just ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
All this horse shit about like, oh, we clapped when we were told to clap. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. I had nothing but Juggalo love, and I felt nothing but Juggalo love from every person in that fucking public.
No doubt.
And we definitely squatted up pretty hard.
Yeah, we really did, and we weren't the only ones, man. There were a lot of clicks, a lot of a lot of sub, whatever. Just
it was phenomenal.
It
Once
was awesome.
in a lifetime.
So this is something I think we'll be talking about for quite a while in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't even like processed all of it.
No. It really doesn't feel like it happened.
Yep.
The call is out. If you guys want to help me collect articles, reviews, videos, what have you from this march, send them to Spirits of the Dark Carnival. Send them to me if you're friends with me on Facebook. You can drop them inside the Ninjas in Action group we got. Tweet them to us. I don't know. But later this week, I'm gonna read them all and rank them or check them for bullshit. I'm gonna turn the bullshit detector on and I'm gonna go through those. I think that'll be fun to do. And I just think that in the future that all these interviews and all this footage is going to keep coming up time and time again. because this is a First Amendment issue, like Dee Snider said. You know, we're standing up for everybody's right to freedom of expression and freedom to listen to the music you want to listen to, freedom to be original and different, you know?
No doubt.
So, I mean, I'm proud of Juggalos right now, but in a way it seems kind of strange how, you know, most of the world really is kind of like writing us off, but right now they're kind of like, holy shit, Juggalos got it going on. Like, Juggalos just had one of the most peaceful protests in the past 50 years in Washington, D.C. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I think the goal was to change hearts and minds, and I think it was a success. So,
definitely.
No doubt.
Definitely, 100%.
People are curious. People are still confused. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Well, I think you got to open your eyes and look around, you know? What we're trying to accomplish is we're trying to nip it in the bud, you know. But then again, if you're not affected by it personally and you don't care what happens to other people, because if it's not you, then it's not a big deal. Then, well, then you got nothing to worry about, you know. But for the rest of us,
until you do.
Yeah, exactly. Until you're the one that's getting fucked with, you know. But I digress. All right. So thanks, guys. Again, I can't thank you enough. We'll be in touch. I'll talk to you soon. Everybody else watching in the chat, you guys are fucking awesome. I'm BstMstR. Make sure you check out CarnivalSpirits.com, and always remember to fuck the fuck off, motherfuckers.